Jory, Smallenberg.
Grads of 2013, we made it! Although our time together at Mouat is coming to an end, there is no doubt in my mind that the high school experience we've shared together will stand as one of the most memorable seasons of our lives. And what a privilege it has been to spend that time with you. With that in mind, writing the speech was quite a difficult job, as I know that each of you grads have incredible stories to be shared, memories to be voiced, and perspectives to be considered. Thank you for allowing me to speak on behalf of our class as we celebrate tonight. As I was preparing for this speech, like any other high school student in need of a little guidance, I Googled, which didn't help much at all, as all I found was a list of cliches. Of course, they each hold some truth, but they are boring and unoriginal, and nothing about Mouat is boring or unoriginal, so I knew I had to steer clear, right? After that failure, I asked my French class for some input. Mouat promptly volunteered himself for a mention in the speech. His justification? Well, he was the only boy that showed up to my birthday party in grade 1, so apparently I owe him. You know, thinking back on elementary school is a funny thing. It reminds me of the days when Seb Meerman was short and Harmon only had a mustache. Middle school, well, pretty awkward, and now there's high school, where somewhere between planning 10 and grad transitions, Sheridan created the life goal of adopting a sloth. Although we might hope that a valedictorian would have enough creativity to derive a speech by herself, the task is demanding because sitting in front of me tonight are some of the most phenomenal people I know. So after Google, I turned to YouTube, say hello to the age of social media, where I came across a commencement speech that shared an insightful yet provocative perspective that made me rethink what graduation is all about. In 2006, English teacher David McCullough Jr. spoke to the graduates at Wesley High in Massachusetts. This was a school of 1,400 students, recognized nationally for its academic and athletic success. So, as Tanvir would put it, the American W.J. Mouat. Of course, these kids were fantastic, and there was undoubtedly much to celebrate. But the speaker chose another approach. His words were as follows. Grads, have you considered that across the country, no fewer than 3.2 million seniors are graduating about now, from more than 37,000 high schools. That's 37,000 valedictorians, 37,000 class presidents. But why limit yourself to high school? After all, you're leaving it. So think about this. Even if you're 1 in a million, on a planet of 7 billion, that means there are nearly 7,000 people just like you. Now his speech sparked controversy, because who wants to be told that they, in all their graduation glory, are not special? But I think there's a humbling power in appreciating what he is trying to express, which is not meant to discount the talent and ability of every grad, but meant to equip them with some of the most powerful tools. A mindset characterized by selflessness, humility, open-mindedness, and compassion. It was a solid hit of reality. He concluded by suggesting that the sweetest joys of life come only with the recognition that you are not special, because everyone is. Grads, yeah. We now have the privilege of expanding our horizons even further, going out into the world equipped with everything we've learned at Mouat about character, friendships, education, and life. So just because we're not special in the sense that we're not the only graduates in the world celebrating this day, does not mean that our impact on the world around us is by any means ordinary. And as the graduating class of 2013, united together as Hawks, we have already accomplished extraordinary things. Let me highlight a few. We have basketball, volleyball, track, and soccer continue to put Mouat on the map, not to mention a senior boys wrestling team that won the provincial title this year. Dedication, determination, and athletic talent are exemplified by our highly ranked varsity boys football team. Our arts, music, and theater programs truly excel. The newly developed Character Council continues to lead by example. And we are the only grad class to have ever crossed the stage, having seen Madame Jory, Miss Bowater, Mrs. Hagan, Mrs. Clark, and Miss Fraser dressed up as Spice Girls, grads of character. Even further, we are the only Mouat grad class to have founded a gay straight alliance in our school, Michelle Akama. We are the only class to have hosted hundreds of elementary school students from our district as part of the Character Initiative. On the academic spectrum, the class of 2013 has been awarded over $450,000 in scholarships. In terms of social justice, we are the only Mouat grad class to have built a partnership with younger and disadvantaged students that paid for the education of 10 girls in Bangladesh. And this is only a snapshot of what we've done as a class. Well done, grad 2013! As we look to the future, let us remember that each one of us has a unique and never-to-be-repeated purpose at this point in history. You are only you one time, and nobody else has the same heart, combination of talents, abilities, and passions that you do. So when we go from here, whether it's to university, to the workforce, or to the unknown, let's go with confidence, taking action to do what we believe is right. That's where the power lies. For those of us who have a set plan for next year, meet it with excitement. You've been equipped at Mouat to step forward and accomplish whatever you put your mind to. You know, isn't it a bit of a startling thought to consider that life really has no limitations except the ones we make for ourselves? So meet opportunities with enthusiasm and let your life unfold in a path of greatness, walking with character every step of the way. And for those of you who do not yet know what next year will hold, have patience with the decisions that remain undecided. As graduates, we do face a lot of uncertainty in the immediate and distant future. But let's make sure that uncertainty is not coupled with fear, because we must remember that uncertainty is only another word for opportunity. Without this season of indecision, great and glorious outcomes can never be realized. As I close tonight, I'd like to express our gratitude to the teachers, administrators, parents, guardians, and loved ones who have guided us to where we are today. Through their support, we have learned to take a stand, to fulfill our potential, and to persevere. Thank you, we love you! Be sure of this. Every time we get the chance, we must work for the good of all, starting with the people closest to us and reaching out into the world. Let's take the boldness of our youth to go forward and live our best lives, pursuing our talents and spreading the love, both in our lives and in the broader community. This is who we are as Hawks. So grads, let us act justly, love mercy, and walk humbly towards the promising futures that await us. Let us not miss a single opportunity to show the world what it means to be a Hawk. Grad